All right, let's get this going. Let's get it started. We are going to resume Banner Saga 3, and I'm very excited about that fact. Hopefully, I am not on I'm not on track to get some sort of bad ending because I didn't get to the White Tower in time, and Arberrang is destroyed. But we'll cross that proverbial bridge when we come to it. Right now, we're just going to resume and hope for the best. I did have to fight a battle at Arberrang, which I won. Seemingly staved off disaster, and now it looks like there's going to be another one. So be it. There are 0 days, which I think means that crisis has now come to Arberrang like hell coming to Frogtown. That was a very obscure reference to a Rowdy Roddy Piper movie. None of you got that, I can virtually guarantee that. Don't ever watch that movie, by the way, as much of a Rowdy Roddy Piper fan. I love what They Live as much as the next guy, but hell comes to Frogtown. Let's just put it that way. It's actually a musical in parts where Rowdy Roddy Piper, I don't know that he sings, there are singing frogmen. So even that was too much for a B-movie fan like myself. But of course, I'm a huge fan of his. They Live was one of my favorite movies. I don't know that it's one of my favorite movies. It's one of my favorite genre movies. Maybe that's the best way to put it. Well, Skathak got injured, huh? Okay, this Vina doll looks like an excellent item. We only have one injured character, but we do not have that many high-level characters. Who is going to be my choice? Because we no longer... Okay, well, Moger, we'll put him in the party. I need to get another kill for Moger in order to increase his level because now he's somewhat under-leveled. Looks like the other character may need to be Hogan because he actually can be promoted. He has 10 points available, okay. Alright, well, I'm going to jack up his stats a little bit. As a Thrasher, I would love for him to be able to inflict criticals. So I'll get him one of them. I'll get him Point of Hunger down. Let's see, maybe I'll just increase Artery Strike to 3. He's going to be absolutely deadly. What are his abilities? He can Bloody Flail and Stone Wall and Shield Wall. Okay, alright. Yeah, so critical hit is definitely ideal for him. And we'll get another Point of Hunger down. Alright, because I think he's going to be joining us in this particular battle. He has points but cannot be promoted. He is still 8th level. We have 13th level characters. Skathak can be promoted, but that's not going to help him because he is wounded. So we may have to bring Ubin into this battle, but then we're going to have 4 of these huge guys, which is going to be a little bit of an impediment to our ability to move. Right now, everybody's level 8 except for Ubin, who's level 10. So it seems to me that Ubin is going to end up being the choice. Yeah, I don't really see that much of an alternative here. So we're going to put Ubin there, and hopefully there's enough space for them to all move around. We have at least one archer character. Perhaps I've failed to sufficiently level them up, to level people up equally. What are the items that people are using here? Okay, well, Eagle can be promoted. We've got the renown to do it. We might as well do it. We can increase his robust by 2 points. There you go. Who else can be promoted? Bastion can. Is that also 10 because he's higher than 11th level? Yes, it is. Okay, well, there you go. He's using a very inferior magic item. Oh, that's cool, his animation there where he kind of shifts around. Give him a point of robust. Let's see, do we want dodge? Chance to avoid strength attack. What about this? Exploit or divert? Okay, he'll get divert to make him even more invincible. And there's Bastion for you. Bastion is using an inferior magic item, so we want to see what we can get for him. I don't like this -2 strength attack thing on the Mead Spring bottle. That doesn't look good to me at all. So he's never deflected. 30% divert armor, 30% dodge strength. And he's level 12. What item is Hakon using? Oh, we can also promote Hakon. Okay, we'll do that. Promote him to 14th level. He is going to be a savage. Now I have 2 points. Okay, I can give another point of willpower. I can give him a willpower focused ability. Okay, he can regenerate willpower. That's a good thing. I still have 33 renown. Well, I can spend 10 renown in order to get another point. Canary can also be promoted. So be it. She can increase her artery strike by 2 points, which stacks with an item. She's extremely deadly. Canary can be promoted again. Well, I'm gonna hold on to that for now. Hakon can also become level 15. Yeah, I'm gonna hold off for now. Now, what magic items are these people using? Okay, he's using this. I like his ability to inflict poison on enemies who attack him. He has extremely high armor, of course. Egil is using his +2 armor, 1 strength resist. That's nice. Bastion is using this inferior item. So the question is, what item is Hakon using? We could give Hakon plus a bonus to critical chance, but let's see what he's using first. +2 strength, plus 25% critical chance. Okay, well that's good. All right, well in that case, I think Ubin is going to receive this bonus to critical chance. Canary, what is she using? Canary is using +1 all talents, +2 will. Okay, so she can use her willpower focused powers. In that case, what is Egil using? He is using, this. Okay. A Finnish sounding item, the Kolgala. Alright, so we'll give the cat to we'll give the stuffed cat to the giant dredge. Seems appropriate. Maybe in perhaps an ironic way. Nimble enough to do it proud. So he can move 2 tiles per... Okay, so he can add additional movement, which is going to be beneficial because he's a big old slow dredge. As much of a punch as he packs, which is a massive one. 30% divert armor, 30% dodge strength. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's almost not even fair. Alright. Yep, we're just going to have to see what we can do with the resources that we have. Just like everybody else. I believe in the market there still are no supplies available. No. There are 3 days worth of supplies. That may become a problem if we start running out of food. I guess we need to go to the outskirts next, where probably another battle needs to be fought. Part of the city smolders since the riots. I think that means part of the city smolders since the riots, matching the mood in the lower rings. Supplies are scattered, impossible to tally your portions since the funeral. Hoarding seems necessary for the future, and you're afraid other clans in Arberrang will feel the same. Yeah, hoarding would be the least of our worries. It seems that people killing each other in the streets is the most pressing concern at the moment. What do we got here? Oh yeah, and of course, as always, let me know if there are any audio issues with the stream. If nothing else, we should set the precedent from here on out, Alio suggests. We'll combine and ration the remaining food tightly. Trust overcomes. Some are relieved to place that burden on you. Others insist on keeping a watchful eye on the stockpile. Harv warped the wall 48 hours. Arberrang spared 7 days. Okay, that means, what is it, like 1 week until a bad ending occurs? Where we see, mutant dredge stomping all over the people of Arberrang. Or should I say Arberrang? It's just one of my favorite words in this to pronounce. That in Scar. And now, my goodness, I hope we can do it in a week. Ravens swear they see figures lurking from the corner of their eyes and hear the whispers of dead family members. Some accuse the corpse of Juno, others the ominous pillars that have been rising on the horizon. The dredge God's stone, Eyvind tells them. Rises like teeth from the hungered wolf's maw, Spar sings. Swallows brave men and the bright doom star. It was the best I could come up with on a moment's notice. I know it doesn't rhyme. Shut up. An old song from before the gods died. Okay, it is not his original creation. Fitting, ambling through tall pillars like teeth. an obsidian forest wreathing the great black godstone. If my dead mother appears, I'm ending things here and now, Ollie snarls. By putting an axe in her head like I should have done. I'm just joking. Let's see. Make a joke at Ollie's expense. Okay. What can Eyvind do to help? Eyvind shakes his head slowly, and you notice his ragged appearance. But I can be certain no harm will come from it. He says it loud enough for others to hear. I have no reason to doubt his certainty. Then again, I have no reason to believe it. Well, we crossed this thin ice. We took a direct route. Hopefully that ends up being beneficial to us. So we have 72 renown. We're going to have some renown to spend by the time the battle begins, which may be happening right as we speak, since we are entering the load screen.
We push on, despite hope being lost, along with Juno, to something black and heavy ahead. Did the dredge spill godstones of their own, or
they
is
did,
this something else?
And hope is not lost yet, Iver.
You jerk in terror at Juno's voice in your head, and her hand lightly squeezing your shoulder. You're like, you interrupted my monologue. She breathes softly. Well done. You can put me down. Nerves get the best of even the bravest. Not another step, shouts Ollie. He pushes his way to Juno. You died! Not another step till you spill it. All of it! A chorus of voices concur, echoing off the pillars themselves. Juno sags upon her staff. She looks at Eyvind, but his stare is leagues from here. All will be well, she starts, but jerks back from Ollie's axe blade at her neck. No more magic tricks, Ollie hisses. You knock Ollie's axe aside, but Juno interjects. It's time you all knew.
This will be more easily shown than told.
Show don't tell, that's what they say in show business. This is great.
The Valka were the first to discover a world within our world. The inner earth, with its own lands, people, and sun. A source of power far greater than our own. Eyvind was the leader of the Valka, brilliant, born with a mind devouring itself. I studied in secret to heal those wounds, and in time, we grew to love each other. But meddling with minds is forbidden, for reasons already clear to you. The council sentenced me to death. They agreed to spare Eyvind the same fate if I went willingly. So I did. When Eyvind discovered what had happened, he carried my body to the White Tower. In his grief, he drained the Black Sun of its energy, hoping to restore my life. The sun fell from the sky, ripping chasms through both worlds. The serpent slithered out from its shattered egg, half-born, and the darkness within spread. I had become the new vessel for its power. When we reach the White Tower, and Eyvind releases my energy, the sun will move again, and the darkness will return to where it belongs.
Well, Eyvind would do anything for love. Unlike Meatloaf, he was not willing to say that he wouldn't do that. He was willing to do that. He went there. He was willing to destroy the entire Earth in order to get Juno back. As Juno releases her grip over the caravan, the images fade. Now I'm going to do a more appropriate voice for Juno, given the voice actress. Eyvind carried me all the way back to Reachhorn before he could go no further. That's where Hakon's warriors found us. They understandably believed I was dead and left me there. Eyvind lived still, if only barely. By the time he awoke, The Warl had taken him most of the way to Ironatoft. When I realized what had happened, I traveled by ship down the river to meet Eyvind at Sigerholm, but the Serpent's chasms prevented this. I believe you know the rest. I'm certain you have many questions. I will answer them clearly.
This goes all the way back to the time of the gods?
This can become very long and complicated. I'll keep it simple. The Loom Mother first discovered weaving, and with it created this world and those living on it. The other beings in the tapestry, other gods, reacted in many different ways. Some wanted to learn weaving, and they took the creations she made and changed them, forming Warl and Horseborn. One god became jealous. He took mankind, reshaped them into dredge, and hid them within the world to grow and torment the other creations. When the Loom Mother learned of this, she became furious. As she had discovered creation, she had also unwittingly created death, and accidentally killed the jealous god in anger. The other gods were terrified. They had never imagined not existing. They turned on each other out of fear. The gods died, but their creations continued on. The Walka were the Loom Mother's favored few. She taught them weaving. Eyvind and I are descendants of those first people.
What does the serpent have to do with any of this?
I'll admit, even I was uncertain until recently. But the easiest way to understand it is to imagine an egg. The serpent's egg was made inside this inner earth, a black sun mirroring our own. Within it, a serpent would grow slowly over the ages. It was put here to eventually swallow the Loom Mother's creations, a cruel trick to destroy them in secret. When the black sun fell to the earth, it cracked. The serpent and its power spilled out well before its time.
Everything happening now is because of petty grudges between the gods?
In a way, Eyvind unwittingly did us all a favor. If the serpent had grown to full size, well, at least as things are now, there may be a chance to reverse it.
I'm not exactly bursting with gratitude at the moment.
Understandable.
If the dredge were taught by the Walka, why are they attacking us?
The Stone Singers believe we have betrayed them. Early on, we discovered that the Black Sun was a far greater source of power than our own. After the worst of the Great Wars, everyone believed the Walka utterly defeated the dredge. In truth, we offered them peace. In exchange for use of the sun's power, we showed them how to flourish within their own lands and create more of their own kind.
So you created the Stone Singers?
In a way, we only shared knowledge. It has always been a difficult question of how much control to exert. But now they believe we caused this destruction on purpose. They think that we wish to wipe them out, and like anyone would, they fight back. They're scared and frenzied, and will not listen. We have failed them as much as we have failed everyone else.
I've heard enough. What now?
Now we return to the source of the power. I am not dead, but neither am I alive. This energy within me was stolen. Eyvind will place me within the Black Sun. The celestial spheres will circle again. The darkness will be absorbed, and without that, the serpent will wither. She suddenly looks very tired, but tries to smile.
You'll be trapped within the sun?
I have come to terms with it. And now you know everything. Make sure Eyvind does what is right. It's true, he has been known to do very unwise things for you, Juno. It's going to be up to me to prevent him from doing very unwise things again. Destroying the universe is not worth Juno's life, I'm afraid. This appears to be part of some really massive dredge. I hope that we never meet in combat, or one of its like, one of its ilk. Oh no, I see this is a godstone. This is a dredge godstone. Oh, I see. Looks like we're going to pay to visit. An enormous bell hangs from the carved stonework. Even untouched, it hums with a strange, deep resonance. Alfred says, "The sculptors built this gold stone to themselves. They raise bells made of those who have passed. It's said that a part of them lives in the sound of these bells, and they can visit their ancestors this way." Spar crosses his arms. "That would explain the spooks." The stone singer approaches the godstone, hands up, shaking his head in warning. He seems to diligently avoid touching anything. At the godstone's center, an enormous bell dwarfs the other smaller chimes hanging throughout. The bell's handle calls to you on a primal level. "Are you thinking of ringing it or kissing it?" Spar asks. "I wouldn't do either." I tend to trust the dredge who has told me not to touch it.
"I can hardly think of a worse idea,"
you reply, stepping away. Curiosity weighs on you for a short while until the caravan separates from the godstone. Oh, good. We don't lose some sort of renown or morale or something like that for this. It's not like King of Dragon Pass. The people were sad that we didn't learn anything about the bell and didn't risk our lives. Well, I'm not sure that we need to rest. I don't think anybody's injured. Maybe I'm dead wrong about that. I think it's the other party that's injured as far as I understand. Oh, no, we do have some injuries. Sigbjorn is injured. Yeah, Alfred is injured as well. If we rested for one day... I just don't know that we can spare the time. We could put Spar in the party. I don't know about that. I'm not very excited about Spar. At all. Can we promote Krummer? No. Bercy? No, because we haven't even used those characters in this game. Maybe I was foolish. Maybe I should have used a more diverse array of characters. But it can't be helped at this point. We have some very powerful characters in the party. Yeah, well, the opportunity to rest does look kind of tempting, doesn't it? And what powers does Apostate have? He's a level 10 Dredge Stone Singer, which, nothing to sneeze at. He can rupture the dredge. Dredge with 8 strength or less, dredge with 10 strength or less, okay. Okay. Requires casting head, he can also disease strike, okay. What about his just raw fighting power? Okay. He doesn't have any points available at the moment. I think I might have to put him in the party, because the alternative is using this guy here who is -3 strength. I don't know about... Yeah, I feel like I need a fighter, though. I can't believe I'm actually considering using Ditch. Ditch, you're a funny guy, but I don't know about your usefulness in battle. Eyvind, yeah. Maybe what I do is we compromise, I rest for a day, and then I put Ollie back in the party. Because this, this may save our bacon. What does Ollie have to say? You find Ollie at the edge of the light, staring at the godstone.
"Mind if I join you? Hard to find space around here."
Just keep your voice down. That vicious, wrinkled fiffle won't share any of his drink, and my head hurts. In the distance, Spar takes a moment from lazily tuning his Langspiel to throw Ollie a wildly inappropriate gesture.
"Run out of your own brew?"
"I lost my flask when that whale thing shattered the frozen ocean. You hear the things coming out my mouth?" There are always strange things coming out of your mouth, Ollie. "Sober is no way to live, Iver." Ollie stares blankly into the distance.
"What's your drink of choice?"
"What's yours, yolk's milk? Who cares?" Never mind me. You know how some men can't handle a drink. I can't handle being dry. It makes my head hurt.
That seems like a problem.
Never has been before. Who would want to take in all this majesty clearly? I haven't been this sober since I was 13, locked up in a Boersgaard cell. Ollie gets a faraway look in his eye. That was a comfy cell as cells go, I'll tell you. Room's my poison, to answer your question. Believe it or not, can't even throw these axes worth a damn, dry as I am. But get a few drinks in me, I see bright ribbons in the air.
Wait, you see lines of light?
Damn right, showing me exactly where the axes are going to go. Usually I keep that sort of thing to myself, but what's the point? Ollie, I think you may be spell weaving. Ollie straightens his back as if startled. What are you talking about?
Like the Menders do.
Weaving? Like this Nadinger who fires lightning and raises the dead, but only when I'm drunk?
And you're just using it to throw things better.
Ollie erupts into laughter, loud enough to make even Spar frown. What a time to be alive, War?
I'll drink to that.
Don't tease. You pass Ollie your mead horn and his hands shake as he gulps from it greedily. Ollie the spell weaver. My mom always said I was special. Before taking an axe to my head. Maybe you're not as bad as they say, War.
Who says that?
Just take the victory. So Ollie provides us with some comic relief there. Alright, I'm going to rest for one day, because I want Ollie back. Against my better judgment. And then I'm going to, I'll do a little bit of promotion here. I'm going to put Ollie back into the party because his ability to throw axes is just so strong. And we've got 2 shield wall guys in the front. Yeah, I'll put him there, Mogan in there. Is there anything I can do with Mogan? He doesn't have a magic item. With his gold boar tusk. Okay, well, he doesn't have a magic item. We could give him a +3 strength. I kind of like that. I like the idea of a +3 strength. What are the items? Okay, so we can do a couple promotions. We can promote Alfred. I like that a lot. Promote her for 21 is definitely worth it. Let's try to give her a little bit of hardiness here. She's got Wheelwright's Amulet. -1 aggro. I like that. Iver, we can promote for just 10. We'll take that opportunity. Okay, we can give him one of these abilities here. Give him 2 points of dodge. That's definitely going to help. Castaway, yep. He is probably my #1 candidate for promotion here. Okay, he can get the dodge ability. I'm going to give him 2 points of dodge. I would love to protect Castaway from injury, considering his massive ability to do critical hits. It's just crazy. Just crazy crits. What do we got? Okay, Kiwi can come up to 13th level. I like that. Okay, let's give him 2 points of robust. The unmoved, he sure is. Okay, now we can raise somebody to 14th level if we want. I think that's going to be Castaway, who is just a brutal killer. Oh, 2 points of exploit. He can cause puncture now. Castaway is just going to kill everything he hits. It's not even going to be fair. Who doesn't have a magic item? Mogan doesn't. Okay. Well, Valgard is out right now because he's injured. We could theoretically put Valgard in for Mogan. Well, let's see, he's got a strength of 12, which goes down to 11, but his armor is still superior. Sorry, I'm going to put Valgard in, actually. Valgard can also be promoted for 10. Okay, we'll do that. And I would love to give Valgard 2 points of hunger down. Yep, that looks good to me. I've got a couple of injured characters, but it's better than using those really low-level characters. That being the case, we'll stride boldly forward. Let's do this. Whatever this is. I hope we're close to this white tower. We don't have a lot of time. But it won't do me any good if I'm just going to get crushed in battles because I have wounded troops. love these beautifully barren landscapes. Beautifully barren and twisted. Any of you ever tasted Thistleberry mead? Spar blurts out in the midst of a deep and oppressive silence. You're all some grim company lately. I could really go for some Thistleberry right now. Others mumble in agreement, but someone passes around enough strong drink to spread around. Soon they're trying to one-up each other about what they plan to do when they return to Arberrang. Okay, what if I listen to their stories? As you all know, I don't drink. But I knew a place in Borskar that'll make you glad to be sober.
Then you haven't tasted Bjorn's blessing, are you?
Sigbjorn interjects.
I'd kill anyone here for another swig.
Didn't you already get 3 ravens killed over it? Spar slings back and Sigbjorn grows quiet. Bunch of animals, Valgard sighs. I'm gonna put Strand back together. See who finds their way back. I had a home there. And friends. He gives Ollie a stern look. I have a twin brother in Arberrang, says Mogan. My twin. Didn't have a chance to leave things right. Now, I'm regretting it. The ravens toast to regret. They know it all too well. Noticing his stoic silence, Spar points at Krumer and starts shouting random guesses. I know what mighty Krumer needs. A feast, a long ship, a throne made of fallen foes. Krumer snorts at this last one.
No, but if you wrote a song about that, I wouldn't correct you.
You don't think the dredge traveling with you understand what's being said, and that's probably for the best, because they're just going to think you're all idiots. Which in many cases is true. Ditch manages to slip in an opinion between the bawdy chatter. I always wanted to... He quickly gets drowned out by others and slowly mumbles to a stop.
Iver's like, did you say something to me?
Stwongzad, did you say something to me?
Give me a pile of coin when this is all over. Big enough to sleep on, Percy says. Been working for others my whole life, and it's wearing thin. Think I've earned some easy living.
Several ravens toast to this. Eyvind mustered the courage to speak up. When this is done, I'll keep my foul mouth shut. Ollie hollers over him, and the others roar with glee. Eyvind's smile vanishes, but even trying to relate may have bought him some goodwill. Bach says nothing, but everyone can tell he's thinking about spears. When he goes to sleep, he's dreaming about spears. And our silent protector, Spar quips. He looks at you. What does the great Ingvar dream of in his sleep?
Never meeting you bastards in the first place.
Is it too late to change my answer to that one? Ollie chirps. The others snort and throw rocks at Ollie as they continue on, the tower growing ever closer. Hopefully it's pretty damn close, because we've only got 3 days. Why is it warmer right here? And why does this part look different from the rest? This is... hold on. Soaring shards of smoky glass jut askew from the ground, as if flung here. At first it looks like more of the inner Earth's strangeness until you realize that these are splinters of the black sun. Images reflect off the mirrored surfaces, creating an illusory army of ravens as you walk through. Hold on, says Ollie. I thought this place was bad before. Now there's 6 of ditch. The nauseating, sweaty warmth still radiating from the fragments has everyone eager to pass through except Eyvind. He has stopped at one, with his hand pressed against the glassy surface, looking at his own reflection.
Come on, Eyvind, it's time to go.
I hardly recognize myself.
Could be worse.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to compare. The reality of what I must do is sinking in. We're getting close. Eyvind stares out into the distance.
Now's not the time for second thoughts.
It was always such a long way off. There was more time.
Time for what exactly?
Eyvind sighs heavily. Juno revealed it already, but there's something you may not have fully grasped. Something she forbade me to tell you. She worried it might change things.
No more secrets.
The only way the black sun will return to the sky is for Juno to seal the darkness within. So she has to stay there, trapped for eternity. A fate worse than death, and it was my fault. All she's done since is fight tooth and nail to make things right. All she's ever done.
You can see anger spreading across Eyvind's face. He almost looks as if he's drawing energy from the sun shard.
What if there's another way? Even with this sun broken, there must be energy enough here to destroy the serpent. It might be enough.
No, we don't change the plan now.
This was never my plan. I admit I broke things, but it's up to me to fix them. Who else can do this? Why should I keep asking for permission?
Eyvind, think of your friends in Arberrang.
Eyvind's mouth becomes a thin line, and some of the fire in his eyes goes out.
I know. I apologize. My thoughts have always been difficult to control, ever since birth. My mother was the head of Ivalka in her time. When she had a boy, the council was worried. The males of our kind have always had a touch of madness to varying degrees. My father couldn't contain his own.
I suppose that kind of power would be hard for anyone.
It is a curse. I am only alive at all thanks to Juno, and she has kept this power within me from spilling out. When she spoke to me in a dream at Einertoft, I wasn't even sure it was real. I had gone so long without her help, I was starting to lose control again. Everything she's done was to heal me, and for that she suffers. Can you imagine feeling so powerful and so weak at the same time?
I can imagine.
Eyvind nods, and you feel that you've earned more of his trust. Iver rarely showing his vulnerable side. Oh dear, 2 days and rapidly counting down. I really hope that's the White Tower. Oh my goodness. That looks vaguely white.
I'm just going to say it, Spar grouses. I'm starving, and I don't mean it as an expression. I am so hungry I might die.
The caravan is getting precariously low on food, and no one dares to drink the water that pools in dark crevices. You're feeling it yourself. The stone singer seems to understand, though you've never seen them eat anything before, scraping a hard bell-shaped object from the cliff walls and handing it to you with emotion like opening a book.
I thought that was just more craggy rock,
says Spar, taking the thing. It is a hard obsidian shell, but once cracked open, a strikingly bright pink plant resides within, squishy to the touch. It looks like a mushroom. It doesn't smell strange or display the same warped weirdness that everything else does. There seem to be quite a few more still clinging onto the cliffside.
So, who's going to try it first?
Spar wonders aloud. I'll ask the Valka.
I've eaten inner earth plants before, she says, but I can't say if the darkness has tainted it. I can help if it makes you sick, though. Probably.
All right, then. You want something done.
It does remind you of a mushroom. It tastes like a mushroom. A couple minutes later, you're actually feeling a bit stronger, a bit more energized, in fact. The others cautiously gather handfuls and eat as much as they dare. You swear the caravan moves on a little faster than before. I hope that additional mushroom speed leads us to this tower expeditiously. Oh dear, we got 1 day.
Keep a friend company.
Alfred beckons during a short rest, patting a lonely rock at the caravan's edge. Innocent enough, but you see ulterior motives on her face, brighter than the white tower in the distance. We really don't have time to stop, Alfred.
You have something on your mind.
You, Iver. It's funny, I should hate you. Many sculptors are my friends, and you are who they tell their children to fear. But I don't hate you. The more about you I know, the more I like you.
Is that really what you wanted to talk about?
Straight to the point. Eyvind and Juno, they trust you, don't they? But I wonder if they have earned your trust. Do they have yours?
Of course not. Now, Juno, she may be weaving little truths, but step back. Look at the whole tapestry. They wield terrible power. Perhaps you've noticed. It's exactly why they made the Order of Menders. Ah, look over here. We're only healing the sick, building houses. Pay no mind to the madmen on ivory towers, turning the world inside out.
I've considered it.
Come closer. Eyvind created a Fean immortal. Can you comprehend? Juno cannot die. But that wasn't their goal, was it? What is immortality without power? Misery. No, I think they are trying to make a god, to make themselves gods. Don't tell me you believe they've come so far just to undo it all.
What are you implying?
Not to sit back and let it happen, that should be clear. Say nothing now, I'm not asking you for promises. But the time will come, and soon, I think, when you see the truth unfolding before your eyes. When that time comes, look to me. Trust your instincts. Juno and Eyvind are not the only ones who know how to twist the threads. I will make certain what they claim to be doing is what is done. I've got to live here too, you know.
I have to admit those menders have shown themselves to be perhaps a bit mendacious, if you will. Or do I just want to make a bad pun? Oh dear, 0 days. And the game score will not let me forget it. A distant rumble approaches, and all the things that could be erased through your mind. Someone shouts, "Earthquake!" as the ground bucks beneath your feet. Violent shaking peels rock sheets off the nearby cliffs. They crash around you in great billowing clouds of dust.
Is everyone all right?
You shout in the aftermath. Knew I recognized you from somewhere, Valgard shouts. He's swinging at Ollie with clenched fists. This bastard tried to push me into the fallen rocks. As the confusion and dust clear, frustrated ravens are letting off steam with chants of fight.
I don't care what's going on here, but it stops now.
Valgard manages one last half-hearted punch to Ollie's face, but they push each other away. True enough, says Ollie. There'll be plenty of time to settle this later. Valgard spits. Count on it. That earthquake was no coincidence, Eyvind says, changing the subject. Same as when the serpent carved chasms through the earth above. Be on your guard. Oh dear, the action moves to Arberrang. Unless we're about to get a bad ending. If Arberrang's story is written on a tapestry, the ages are becoming frayed. The menders are dying, a few to the warped, a couple to stray arrows and mad revolters, one to exhaustion. Zephyr pulled them back to the next set of walls. The noose tightens. Not everybody survived the scramble to safer ground, and you can see the lurching bodies of the fallen just beyond the black veil. Gone, but not dead. In fact, worse than dead. We got the commons, we got the wall, we got the houses. We've got crises everywhere. Now what does Hogan or Mogan have to say about this? Hogan has propped himself up on his shield to keep from slumping over, but he stands as you approach. Don't stand on my account. You're looking rough around the edges. Speak for yourself, I'm fine. He looks a little embarrassed about snapping at you and looks back into the distance. You ever think we'd make it this far? We're either very lucky or very unlucky. Aye, that about sums things up. It all could have gone a lot of different ways. If you're just checking on how everyone's doing, I appreciate the concern. Nothing to worry about here, though. Hogan goes back to staring quietly into the darkness. Nothing you want to talk about? Tired of talk, tired of fighting. I'm just tired of survival. Couldn't the gods have done this differently? Why make us eat and fear and hate? Nothing stopped them from taking it all away. Smarter people than me haven't answered that one. Feels like being stuck in a bear trap. And I'm tired of it. Hogan goes back to staring quietly into the darkness. How is your family, Hogan? Hanging by a thread, Hunter. Hanging by a thread. Who isn't? All I can do is make sure they eat and don't get killed in their sleep. If I can't keep them safe, what kind of man would I be? I know what you mean. Listen, I know what you've been through. All my words are coming out wrong. Don't take it too hard. Hogan goes back to staring quietly into the darkness. What do you think is on the other side of that darkness? It worked, everything coming out of it. I doubt the land's any different. You're worried about Morgan. I didn't want to talk about it, but there it is. What a damned fool I am. I never should have let him leave. I love my family, but not like I love my brother. Ashamed to say it, but it's the truth. It's killing me. I keep watching the darkness, expecting to see him walk out of it, twisted and bloated. I can't sleep. I can't stop thinking about it. Damn it, I should have said something instead of being a prideful idiot. What would you do? Nothing. Morgan's still alive. Sure he is. Just like Iver and the rest. Maybe it would help if I could pretend like you. But so far it isn't working. Hogan goes back to staring quietly into the darkness. I let you have your peace. Take care of yourself. Like I said, don't worry about me. Maybe I look rough like you said, but I'm not going anywhere. Not while I can still stand. Okay. On the off chance that supplies are available, I'll check the market. But I don't think that they are. So, it looks like we have the opportunity to fight a battle in one of these areas. But we can't really rest in any event. We got 23 renown. We can promote Hakon to level 15. Well, we have the opportunity to investigate and check out what's going on in these various areas. The houses look like they're not in particularly good shape. Black soot billows up from ramshackle shelters and is spreading to bigger buildings at an alarming rate. Fire! Distant shouts confirm. Serves them right, you overhear Warl say, watching from a safe distance. You realize he's talking about Ruga's loyalists who scramble to save their own things from a fire they probably started. I think we'll help them put it out. We don't need it won't help anybody for the city to be burning down. A few brave hearts join you, creating a chain of water buckets. It's water you doubt you can afford to lose, and worse, you don't seem to be making much progress. You double down to get the Warl involved before the whole city burns. The Warl hate fire, that much is clear. They mostly ignore your pleas, and eventually smoldering embers are all that's left, but not before people burn beneath buildings crumbled. Well, that's too bad. At least the fire went out. That's one thing I was concerned about. What about here in the commons? A livid crowd of horseborn confront each other. You recognize Canary and Deirdre amongst them. At their hooves lay victims of the spat. Canary is waving her javelin threateningly. You can't be certain what has sparked them this time or who is to blame. Try to find out what happened. Conflicting stories remind everyone why they're upset. Canary shouts loudly at Deirdre in her own tongue, who responds with a dagger. Canary is the better fighter and turns the blade back on Deirdre. The crowd panics. Horseborn trample anyone in their way as they beat a path. Amongst the bodies left in their wake is Deirdre, poisoned by her own blade. You never find out what happened. Oh, those crazy horseborn. Okay, so horrible things continue to happen. Maybe at the wall we'll actually have the chance to do something about it. Come quick, says a bloodied guard. He leads you up to the wall to the menders, worse for wear. The warped pouring out of the darkness is still mostly dredge, but now you recognize more and more of them as Arberrang's clansmen turned into nightmare creatures. Where is... You begin, noticing a pile of dead guards and a panicked mender holding his light against the approaching warped. I'm still here, pants Petrus. He kicks a warped dredge over the side of the wall. Lost a couple menders. The warped are coming a lot faster now. Glad to see you, but I don't know how much longer we can hold out. Already a new horde approaches. They attack. A battle begins. Well, we've got some renown. Okay, we can bring Petrus back into the party. I like that. Yeah, I'm gonna, yeah, Petrus can be promoted to level 10. Okay, yeah, that looks pretty good. I'm gonna take Morgan out of there. We already have all these big, dredge or viral style characters.
Alright, so I'll put Petrus there. Petrus can be promoted for 10 renown. I'll do that. Give him 2 points of divert. He's got a great item on him. Is everyone equipped with an item here? Yes. Yep. And nobody's hurt. How much renown do we have? Okay, we could put Canary up another level if we wanted to. But really, that's not going to help. Instead, we want to increase her blood letter. That's just 5 renown. Very well. Let's do this. Let's trudge grimly forward, as we always do. I like our chances with this group, though. Passive-aggressive. I'm not sure why we got that achievement. Okay, we have a bunch of mutated dredge. We have a lot of them. I bet they're significantly souped up. A warped warrior. Okay. Okay, they do have this drained ability. Warped shield banner. Okay, generally speaking, these are not colossal threats. We are set up in very close quarters. And that's perfect for a shield wall. Where is Canary? Oh, there we go. I'm going to put Canary back here to get her out of danger, because she has targets immediately in front of her. So yeah, we have. He's got 22 armor. He's gonna have 24 as a result of these other guys being as a result of the shield wall being next to him. So generally, I'm pretty happy with this setup. I think we ought to clean house here. And this is okay. Oh, does he have a shield wall ability? No, that was just all the benefits from the... okay, this is a wave battle. We want to be... so we're going to want to do this quickly. Very well. Nice roll. We need to hit that guy hard because he's got an 18 strength. We need to diminish some of that ability to do damage there. He's going to throw a javelin. No damage. Excellent. Alright, this is going great so far. We just need to make sure that we win this battle quickly. Okay, well, you've got this willpower bonus still going on, so might as well use 2 of them to smack this guy. He's going to come over, but can't attack. That's great, because he's just as slow as he was in life. Who's got a huge amount of strength? Okay, yeah. This creature here... okay, yeah, I'll use the ability to pin. Alright, I have the ability to kill either of them. I might as well just take this one out. Hakon's just going to kill them at the rate of 1 per turn. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to have to do a little bit of fancy maneuvering there in order to get Canary out of harm's way. Oh, that's his stronger together ability. Okay, well, we might as well use willpower to drain his strength. Nice resist. Okay, Canary can go there, but Canary's got a shield wall on her right now. Alright. Yeah, well, let's kill the one that actually has the strength to do some damage here. Yeah, we're wrecking shop right now. Spearman could conceivably hurt Canary. Instead, he chooses to do 1 point of strength damage. That's interesting. Alright. Well. Hakon can just kill this guy outright. He doesn't even need to care about it reducing his armor. So we'll focus on reducing... okay, Egil will attack here. Yeah, we're gonna have to save our willpower for the next phase. He, with the use of, well, yeah. Okay, well, he didn't take a strength hit. That's nice. Okay, Valgard, can he Axe Storm? No. Can he run through an enemy? Not from this position. Okay, so the priority... in that case, I think he wants to provide a shield wall to Canary and Ubin, so he will stay where he is. Nice job. Hakon, whoever he's next to, has no hope. The question is really whether we're going to be able to get all our forces up over here in time. I think we will, though. Ubin can kill this opponent. Nice critical. Ouch. That was what I was hoping to prevent. But she can't attack him because he's adjacent. Okay. She's got a lot of willpower. You might as well poison him. Oh, he can bloody flee. That's nasty. He would lose a lot of willpower for doing that. But somebody has to come in. Well, the dredge is going to be able to smack that guy down the following turn. I'm still not that worried about running out of time. I'm already providing a shield wall there. Okay, so I think he just needs to rest. He just took 2 poison damage there. That was nasty. Alright. Yeah, get some armor break going. Yeah, well, I guess we don't want to... I think he wants to stay there and continue to provide a shield wall. He attacks Canary. No, he doesn't. He futilely attempts to attack the dredge. He's gonna have to walk through that stuff anyway. If I go over there, I'm gonna lose like 4 willpower. Then again, we have this horn filled with willpower. Okay. Yeah, of course I should, as Will Smith says. Oh, savage. I think that was worth it. Okay, well, we're not going to take any more nasty hits after this, I think. The Spearman won't be able to do that much to us at this point. Okay, he took an armor hit. Okay, I can't hit him from here. So I'm going to need to take a will point loss in order to hit this guy. Oh, that's right, because of his, yeah. Alright, not a strength hit, I like that. Oh, see, ultimately the willpower draining stuff reduces over time. Oh, that's cool. Oh, I can axe storm him. Nice shot. Can he rest to regain willpower? Yes. Try to get Valgard the kill here. Could run through him from this position. Oh, that actually hit Ubian. Well, I got him. Okay. Do we want to flee? Nah. Everybody's doing okay, except Ubian lost a lot of armor. So did Hakon. Alright, who can replace them? Alright, Ubian's gonna be substituted out. Moger's gonna come in. Do we want to send in somebody to... Yeah, we have all this willpower reducing stuff, which is nasty. Yeah, put him over there. It's a nasty assortment of characters we have there. I'm still very confident in our chances. Alright, the deployment of the enemy is going to be similar to what it previously was. We want to, we don't want to stand in the willpower reducing embers. So as a result, we're going to create a shield wall down there. It looks like we're going to have more numerous enemies here in the northeast. There to create a shield wall. Canary's very mobile and will be able to come down if necessary. Actually, she might as well get the shield wall. Yeah, Canary's going to need to run interference down there if we end up with a bigger force than we bargained for. Okay, well, actually, alright, actually I'm mistaken. The deployment area is not broken up for the enemy. So I want to move down just a hair. So that we can give support if necessary. Helm's deep indeed. Oh, hail, Smashbot. Oh, there will be a lot of use of my axe. You know, it seems like they're fairly... How did he do 8 strength to me? That's ridiculous. I guess my armor's fairly low at this point. Yeah, I'm a little concerned that we're going to lose Hakon. We don't have a particularly strong assortment of enemies. Random elven archers. I would love to have archers that randomly shoot the enemy every turn. That would be very helpful to me. Okay, so this is the last battle in the wave. Now that I understand how this whole wave thing works. So I don't need to worry about finishing this in time to avoid an identical force appearing. That's nice. Alright, let's do some armor breakage here. Whatever's okay. Trying to attack the dredge is generally futile. He has 23 armor at this point. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna armor break him. I'm gonna send Valgard up to support my friends in the northeast. He's gonna take another nasty hit. Ooh. And then Yoki can get up there. If he can get up there with 2 willpower. How can he run through the enemy from here? What can he do? He can call for reinforcements. What does that do? Petrus calls one of his men to back him up. I don't think we particularly care about that. Alright. Not much of a big hit, really. Whose armor needs to be reduced? This stone singer here, I think. Like a tempest. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to Sundering Impact on the enemy, since unfortunately I think that Hakon is probably going to go down because of that nasty shot I got hit right at the beginning of this battle. Good, okay, I did some damage to his friend. Oh, he still hasn't gone down. It's amazing. He is super tough. Oh, you mean Holy Walking Tank? You mean the Giant Dredge? Yeah. Alright, Mogre. He's got a lot of willpower, so he's gonna, he'll deliver a significant armor hit here, and also poison the enemy. Canary takes a shot. Okay, she can kill this enemy. Oh, we lost Hakon. That's terrible. Alright, okay, we need to keep this shield ball up here. So I'm gonna move Ego there. And we could also Axe Storm. Okay, might as well do that. Nasty. another hit for no damage against the dredge. I still don't have quite enough to kill this guy, but he certainly is not going to be feeling particularly good after this. No damage to Ego. Oh, except he causes poison. Maybe not. Or is it the enemy that's poisoned? Who got poisoned? Oh, he did. Oh, right. Alright. I thought the enemy somehow poisoned me. Okay, Valgar needs to get in there and do some damage. Okay, Valgar will create a shield wall for Canary. I'll move up there and I'll attack this foe. And since I'm not worried about time, I can, tighten the straps. Did the dredge have that? Did the mutant have that ability? Hunker down, nice roll. Mover can kill this enemy and will. He's going to try to cast a spell, probably that's going to, the purpose of which is going to be to blow up, or to detonate the dredge who are weak, which is kind of nasty. Canary can't get over there, so she's going to kill this enemy. I think that I don't disrupt the spell by hitting this enemy, but we certainly need to get in his face. I'm going to lose one willpower for this, but no big deal. Need to reduce this guy's armor. Oh, he has an artifact on him. I'll be happy to take that. This mutant dredge is not long for this world. Yeah. The dredge is a brutal killer. Okay, what did he just do? Oh, he cast Umbrage. That was kind of nasty. I'm glad there's not going to be another wave of this battle. Okay, Valgard. Might as well use our willpower. He might as well get over there. He won't lose all of his willpower, though he will lose some. Ouch, he lost a lot. But that's no big deal, because the battle's almost over. Bam. And we got that miniature carving. With his return the favor passive ability, he now does poison as well. Alright. He needs to get some armor broken. That's exactly what will happen. I would love for Valgard to get this kill. So that Valgard can get a promotion. He has 2 bleeding stacked on him and 1 poison. He may just be killed by passive damage. What does Valgard do? I'm sorry, not Valgard, but Petrus. Okay, yeah, Petrus will finish him. Yep. Petrus can do it. Oh, and you can resist that willpower draining stuff. And he gets a promotion. Exactly what I want. Excellent. Well, that went quite swimmingly. I have some real whirlwinds of doom in my party now. Use items and heroic titles to have 3 passive abilities in one character. Oh, that's what that passive aggressive meant. Like, I'm not passive aggressive. Miniature carving, okay. Bastion's ready for promotion again. Hakon went down, but I think we can deal with it. Unfortunately, the opportunity. Ooh, 22 renown, and we can after anyone's 11th level, they can be promoted for 10 renown. So I have some characters that are close to 15th level now. Although eventually it seems like levels stop benefiting you once you've increased all your attributes, and you have to start spending the renown on increasing your level in each of these heroic titles you can get at level 11. The warp monsters beyond the light are becoming increasingly aggressive. You didn't have to tell me that. Despite the victory, the writing is on the wall. We bought some time, Zephyr says, but this is not sustainable. We're going to have to fall back before long. Okay. Arberrang is spared for 1 day. So this is a new mechanic that we've encountered at this point, where Arberrang gets spared for a number of days, depending on the number of how well we do in these battles and events and so on. But 1 day is not a lot of time. And that means that we go back to the other party, who are now trying to reach this white tower in order to end the proverbial end of the world. We'll see if they're able to do that within 1 day. It doesn't seem like if the time runs out that will result in a bad ending, but instead, it's just going to be more battles and random events. Although these cliffs were homes for the dredge. Yes, as before. Why do you ask? Because I'm starting to see a lot of movement ahead. This time the shifting shadows in the corners of your eyes are real, ahead and behind. The others have noticed and are quietly pulling blades, flickering like a school of fish as you press together. They are warped everywhere ahead, clustered together to slow your progress, and more dot the horizon. We're so close, says Valgard, and you know his frustration. Back in the Dark Jellyfish realm, indeed. Although practically the entire Earth has been converted to Dark Jellyfish land at this point. We'll find a good spot to stand our ground. Prepare yourselves, you growl, pulling a pillar of stone to your back. We killed just enough to find an opening and get out of here. And I'm fairly confident that we're going to do that, although the enemies in this area are tough. How much renown do we have? Because we can do promotion. Oh, we have 6. Okay, yeah, so I just did some promotions recently, and so I don't have a lot. And I'm also using injured characters, which means these 2 are down 1 strength. But I don't have that much of a choice because those are my high-level characters, and it's still better than using these characters who are harmed, who are either lower level or they're more injured. Let's see. I want to see if Castaway can increase his rank for 5. Yes, he can. Less aggro, +1 move. Okay, so that means enemies are less likely to attack him. I like that. Alright, let's do this. Okay. So we have a significant distance between us and the enemy. We have these warped scourge, warped stone guard. Okay, that's a lot less of a threat than the warped scourge. These warped grunts are surprisingly strong. These digging things are actually not that dangerous, as fearsome as they might appear. These slingers are not very dangerous either. Lookout is not a very strong ability. They can't like throw the bombs that will explode after a certain number of turns, which is the big threat. I suspect that this is a wave battle, in which case I'm going to have to move forward as quickly as possible. Alright. So not a lot of opportunities for deployment, for not a lot of areas for us to do that in. But we'll manage. We're just gonna move forward as a block. Okay, let's go down a little bit. Get our shield wall up. Get our missile troops behind the shield wall. Let's get it on. Okay. Okay, the enemy's going to need to come forward, but they have slingers, so it's not that much of an advantage for me. Yeah, we might as well move forward to the extent that we can, because we need to get up in their face. Now I'm going to take a sling hit. Oh no, that's a warp scourge. Okay, and he can't get to me. That's nice. Oh, you can't do anything as a Saga. If I get up here, can I throw an axe? No. Alright, so I might as well set up a shield wall then. Another scourge. Okay, I like this turn order here. Iver will get into position without spending willpower. Now he's going to take a slinger hit. No damage, yes. Set up the shield wall. Can I do anything from here? No. Another slinger hit for, ooh, okay. That wasn't ideal. If I go up there, I have to spend 3 willpower. But if I'm there, that's 2 willpower for 3 damage. What about there? Alright. I don't really like the idea of leaving him out of the open. If I advance up there, can I throw a bomb from here? No. Sunstrike, no, out of range. What about these barbed eggs? I guess that sets up a target. It sets up something that they have to destroy in order to get to us. So I'll throw a skulker egg. But this thing is not hindered by that because it can dig in the ground. It comes up, it doesn't accomplish anything. Alright, she can heal, but doesn't need to do that yet. Oh damn, we're running out of time. We need them to come to us so we can kill them quickly. Alright. Wait, hold up. destroys the egg. Okay, that's good. He can throw axes, that's right. Okay, so... he goes up there, he can set up a shield wall, and he can throw an axe, which will kill this creature. And he gets promoted, that's wonderful. He's gonna drain. Ow. Alright, I can charge right into those slingers, that's great. It's gonna bring him out of the shield wall, but I need to kill these enemies quickly to make sure more of them don't show up. If I Tempest, is that gonna hit? No. Okay, alright, I just need to hit this guy then. I like having high strength things around, so I'll do 8 to him. That's gonna basically put him out of the combat. He decides to drain. You know what, that's actually better than him doing his strength attack. We need to do something to reduce this guy's armor. Now we get to do some real damage. Alright. We have that guy there. Can I throw a bomb up there? No, okay, alright, I just need to attack. Alright, I'll do 5 strength damage to him. Nice shot. Practically everything he does is a critical. Yeah, these enemies are tough. They actually are not as tough as I was thinking they might be. They don't have any of those mutant bears, actually. Which I'm pleased to see. Those things have like 21 in each attribute. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna heal. What the heck just happened? Oh, that was their Slinger Lookout ability. Alright, well, it could have been worse. Okay, healed him. Unfortunately, she can't heal herself. That's the only weakness of that power. It still is very powerful to be able to do that. He's gonna drain the Slinger, okay. Well, I just gotta keep moving. I just gotta keep on keeping on. Oh, he got hit with the Lookout too. But it did nothing. Okay, yeah, it's not gonna really help me to break the armor. Alright, I need to hit this guy hard. Okay, the strap looking good. Again, could have been worse. Okay, if I go down there, what can I do? Alright. I can hit that guy, but he's not that much of a threat anyway. That guy's draining. Alright. I need to keep up the shield wall here, so I'm gonna break this opponent's. I'm gonna break this guy's armor. Ow. Alright, Iver can kill this Slinger. That also could have been worse. The only question is whether we're going to be able to finish this battle in time. Okay, we need to provide a shield wall for Iver. He just took a... Oh, that was Lookout. He took a nasty shot there. Every time we... Oh, they can look out as many times as they want. Alright, well... I don't much like that, so I'm going to shoot him right into it. Oops, I shot Iver. Alright. Not gonna shoot him again. But we have Alfred who thankfully can heal. I need to break this guy's armor for all the marbles. Ah. Oh, I can do a nasty thing here. Stone guard there, okay. I could throw a Shatterstone. I could throw one there. They will hit those enemies for 2. Nice. Okay, well, it wasn't a strength hit. These guys have very high armor break. It's really depressing. Who needs healing? Oh, you do. Strength of will on Ali. He may survive the next turn. I hope he does. Yeah, he's going to take a nasty shot now. Well, actually not that bad. Oh, okay, alright. Kiwi can kill this grunt. There you go. Ow. Can you shield wall? No. You can axe storm now. Alright. He needs to hit him with an armor break. Armor break for all the marbles. Alvin took a nasty armor hit, but that could have been worse. Okay, if I hit him for 9, and I use the lightning wand, I can kill him. Nice dodge. I might get taken out by lookout here. Okay, I didn't. Alright, that's good. Alright, well then I'm going to need to do an armor break. You still got armor, he does. Oh no, that's my friend. Alright. Wait, hold up. I almost forgot about the lightning wand. Yes. Kill Iver. No, not quite. He's still got a very high strength. She's gonna head down there and heal the slinger. Because I'd love to keep him alive. Oh dear. No. Okay, he didn't kill it. You can hit him for 15. Okay. Kibi can score this kill. That's great. 18 damage right there. Can't say much about that. Crusading Blood Bowl. Alright. Okay, he needs to armor break this slinger. For all the marbles. No damage because the strength is so low. Okay, we actually do... Kivi will get another turn. So I think we should be able to finish this. Alright, I'm going to move in there, lose a bunch of willpower. Make sure this guy's armor is broken. Like the first morning. Ooh! That was that was really unnecessary. Alright. You know, I don't like that at all, so I'm just gonna zap you. And then I'm gonna sling you. I'm sling you because I don't like you, as Tom Sizemore would say. Oh, vicious. That's not gonna save you. Okay, he's gonna move over there, and he's gonna kill this dredge. Wait, what happened? Axe Storm for all the marbles. Yes! Oh no, he's running away. No, that was ridiculous. He ran away just in order to get the reinforcements to happen? That's a nasty AI trick. Okay, what reinforcements show up? All those things? Okay, there's no way that we can win. That was really nasty. Because I'm gonna need to restore here. Wow, the AI really played me there. I gotta admit. Actually, I think I'm probably gonna, I think I'll probably need to stop for now. But, yeah, it's I gotta be careful with that crafty AI. They're not just gonna come charging at me. They're gonna hold out for reinforcements. Anyway, I am gonna see you all soon.